Welcome back. Today we're looking at this Norinco SKS in a thumb hole stock. I bought this rifle back in 1993. You can see that's got the cut off bayonet lugs, like I was talking about on my last SKS video, where they cut the lug and the bayonet off. This is the shorter, I don't know if they called them carbines or paratroopers or just troopers or what, on the shorter SKSs. That was a long rifle I showed you yesterday. This was actually a short rifle. With this stock, it allows you to use the AK-47 magazines, which earlier I had that big 40 round in there. And that was for you, Sam. I put that 40 rounder in there to show you that I do have some big magazines. I got boxes full of those magazines, 30 rounders mostly. I bought out a gun shop one time, got a bunch of them. Now, this rifle looks interesting with that thumb hole stock. And like I said, I gotta come up with this better picture taken. You would think that feature with the AK mag would help, but it's actually hard to get in and out. And when you pull this thing up to shoot, it's like shooting a 4x4. It's bulky, awkward feeling. There should have been a droop in the stock or something. It feels terrible. It's uncomfortable to shoot. It's accurate on a bench, but offhand it's just hard to shoot. You come with a sling, and I think an oil can, and I don't know why it don't have a cleaning rod. I just noticed that today. Now that'll bug me. I'll have to go buy a cleaning rod for that. Could have swore it had one. I don't know. I'm gonna look around. But I bought this in 1,000 rounds of ammunition for around $200, maybe 240 or something it was. With 1,000 rounds of ammo, it come with one mag, a 30 round mag. The only thing I don't like about it is the way the stock's shaped. You can't put a drum. You can't put an AK-47 drum in it. The throat on the top of the drum is too short to get up in here and lock in before the drum hits the wood. You would have to notch it out, which I would never do, but that's the only way you could get a drum to work. And all they did really is, see if I can turn this thing upside down here. All they really did there is put the mag well in the stock. Actually, the stock holds the mag in up in the place while it works. It does function okay. I never had any jam ups with it. Seemed to function real nice compared to some of the other aftermarket mags I seen put in SKSs. It don't lock open. It don't even have that little button in there you push up to lock it open. Like I seen my buddy Sam use on one today on his video. Excuse me. Like I said, it's like picking up like trying to hold a 4x4 and shoot it. Now I got small hands, that might have something to do with it. But you could burn up a 30 round mag, no trouble. Never seemed to have any flaws with it. I brought this home in '93, and I shot 300 rounds, 400 rounds through it. I put it back in the cupboard, and today was the first time it's been back out since 1993. We took it out and shot it, and nobody liked it, and I felt bad and just carried it upstairs and put it on the shelf. I figured it was odd, the only one I'd ever seen at that time, which I haven't seen but maybe one or two other ones. Maybe one in person. So I'm glad I did buy it, but it's not fun to shoot. I'll have to bring my shooter down and make a video on it next. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for the like, shares, and subscribes and the comments. Things are picking up. I have been gaining, I think I'm up to almost 425 people now. And gaining a few every day. Yeah, like I said, I got my tripod here, but I didn't hook my camera in it. I couldn't get a focus. And I have a wire you can plug into here and actually see what you're looking at on the TV over there. But I couldn't get it all finangled in here. If you put it in that holder like I'm holding it now, you can't see the whole gun. I need to make me a room upstairs off of my gun room for making these videos. I pick up a gun like this that hasn't been touched in 35 years or more. I got to go through 3 doorways, 4 rooms, a hallway, and a set of steps to get to this bench. And then all that to get back. So the chances of picking up a gun that ain't been moved in 35 years and put 3 dents on it and a scratch by the time you get it down here and back is kind of likely. Especially when you're 70 years old and you're tripping over your feet and stuff. I'm going to try it. I got a room right off of that is kind of like the catch-all room. I'm going to try to clean that out and talk my wife to get rid of some of the stuff we never use. We both got clothes in there we haven't wore in years. And I'm going to put me up a table there where I can just grab my gun, walk from one room to the other and start filming. No dents or scratches or dropping. I'm catching hell for using a dining room table. I don't know, when I'm down here, seems to me with all the other guns and stuff around, it distracts from looking at the actual gun I'm talking about. I forgot I was going to Q-tip my camera lens. Is it just me or does that picture look a little foggy? Fuzzy. I had my camera over my buddy's garage the other day while we was painting that trailer. I laid the camera down, screen first, so it wouldn't get no paint on overspray on the screen, and it must have got it on my camera lens or something. But like I said, I got something coming. I'm gonna make room somehow where I can get this tripod in use. But ever since I had to pile all this CB stuff in here, I'm just still stacked to the room with CB stuff. I need to have a big sale and just get rid of that shit. That speaker right there is $100. There's probably $700-800 sitting right there. I have the other speaker in that radio. $100 microphone sitting everywhere. I'm never ever gonna talk on a CB radio again. I got an antenna hooked up, but there's nobody left to talk to. Thinking about revamping this whole area here. Getting my loading bench out of here. And this old, what do they call that, a secretary desk? I've had that thing for 45 years. That's got 20 years of my paperwork or bills in it. I used to keep my notebook that I paid my bills every month in, and I was looking through it one day. I had $8,000-9,000 worth of bills in a month with tractor payments and payments to the plumbing companies and gravel plants and gas stations, and man, I must have been making a lot of money a month to pay all them bills and still come out ahead. Out there, they used to sell these. This was one option you could get for your SKS. Ow, that thing just pinched my belly. Damn. Pinched myself with that bastard. Maybe, bitch. Sorry, I'm sorry. You clamp out on there like that, and then you could set your gun down and shoot off of it. Damn, that thing pinched me. I used to have half a dozen of them. I don't know what happened to them. That's a nice looking piece, I guess. I think a little kid hacked that stock out with a hatchet, but the place where I bought this ended up having all kind of odd military guns, which I bought several of. Well, every one he had, but they were a family-run business, but they did gun shows instead of sales at a shop. And then they bought some land about 20 minutes from here, and they built a basement. You know, people build them basement houses and live in the basement till they put the house on. Now, he was already retired from the Army Corps of Engineers. I don't know if he ever got the house done or not. They stopped going to gun shows and closed that shop they opened in that basement. And I don't know what happened to him after that. Oh, they went to West Virginia and had a pawn shop. That's why I didn't go no more, because it's hard to get a gun from West Virginia to PA when they're new. So it really wasn't no use driving. They moved farther down the valley, down by the racetrack in Wheeling. Or no, that ain't Wheeling, is it? Down past Chester. You go through Chester, West Virginia, and I guess toward Wheeling. Out there like by where the gambling place is. I should know the name of that. My wife used to go there all the time. But the old man, he's probably dead now. I don't know if he ever got that house built or not. I had a story. I went over there one time in my tow truck to buy. I bought a 1911 llama off of him. Biggest piece of junk I ever owned. But I was back there after sending it back to get repaired, and it's still not working. He wouldn't give me my money back, but he would take it in on trade. So I was over there trading it off. He sees my tow truck. He walks me down over the hill around back. Said these cars were here when he bought the place. We walked down this half-ass trail he made with his old backhoe. And there was like Mopire heaven. There was 70 Cudas, Roadrunners, Super Bs, Chargers, Dodge trucks, big Polaris cars with big block motors. There was at least 20 cars back there were all Mopires. I ended up towing them all out of there and selling them. I knew a couple Mopire guys. We was even pulling old Cudas out of there and cutting the quarters and stuff off and scrapping the rest and selling the quarters. I ended up making a couple $1,000 over there before it was done. But I spent most of it at a shop. So he should be happy. I don't see no other guns right here. Right off bat I bought off of him. I got a nice 03 or 303 British that was cut down. I called it a tanker, but I don't think it was ever used in a tank. It was more like, it was made like the M1 carbine was made for the troops behind the lines. These were sort of made for that. I want to thank everybody for all the response on them Enforcer video. I got 1,187 views in an hour. That was a record for me. I picked up 2 subscribers, got some shares. I was just happy as a pig in mud. I also made a couple of new friends there, like guys got websites. FV Armory? No, Armory. Mine's Arsenal, his is Armory. FV Armory. Check him out. He got a bunch of videos on there. I've been going through them. He's got so many it's been taking a while, but I've been watching them. Seems like a real nice guy. We've been making some comments back and forth. That's about the fourth or fifth guy now I've met and been talking to. One thing about my whole 50, 60 years here in the gun world, I've only run across one guy I didn't like. One dealer. He died years later. I ended up buying everything that was in his shop off of his daughter. I went to buy there to buy a gun. Here they had a great big box that a 100-gallon hot water tank come in for a restaurant or something. Clear full of everything that was in that shop. They just threw everything off the shelves in that big box. And they had a couple little boxes, and the husband's yelling at the daughter. The daughter's dad had the shop. The husband's yelling at the daughter, get rid of all this stuff. He wants to park his car in the garage. I ended up with a Model 70 Winchester all-weather, 338 mag, Swiss 6.5 Mauser, Swedish Mauser, 96, and a Rossi 38 pistol, which was a copy of the Smith & Wesson pistol. I can't remember what frame it is. I think it's a J frame. All right, well, I guess I've been everybody's ear for 16 minutes. Hope you enjoy my video on this funky looking rifle. You'd think, you know, when I looked at that, it looked like it would be a fun shooter, but it's just not. Let's see if I can get this off without ripping my nipple off or something. I'm gonna mess with that when I got two hands. Yeah, everybody, like, stay tuned. I'm trying to get better here. I'm gonna find a spot where I can set up this tripod, see what I'm talking about on that TV, and still have enough room. When I got everything hooked up, I would get in here to touch the gun. You couldn't see anything but my side, you know. Damn, I would have had to brush my hair too. All right, well, with that bullshit line, I'm gonna thank everybody one more time for coming back. I don't know what we'll look at tomorrow. I'm not sure. I got about 6 or 7 more nice SKSs, but after 3 or 4 of them, we're getting a little tired of them for a while. I got some more M1 carbines, but we've been looking at them. I don't know what we're going to look at next. Maybe some lever action somethings, or I'm going to find something funky to pull out of my bag of tricks in there. So, like I say, thank everybody for subscribing and liking and making comments. I want to thank all my new buddies I just made online here that have sites yourself. AR America, Arizona Kid, Sam Moore 138, FV Armory, never hurts to make new friends, especially in the gun world. Oh, and Sam, that damn guy went nuts on me on them shotguns. I had them both for $150 trading deal on an AR. He wanted 125 bucks a piece for them last night, or 150 or something like that. I don't know what happened. He went nuts. I could have had them both for $150 a month ago. I don't know what happened to him. He slipped his noodle or something there. Yeah, things go up, I guess. He's a good kid. He's one of the guys I want to get to shoot my guns for me, so I better not say nothing bad about him. He's a good guy. He just got a part-time job at a gun shop. He's all happy about it. All right, well, hey, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Hope you enjoyed the video, my story. All you Mopire guys, you'd have cried if you seen the Mopire sitting back in that woods. And that was in '93. They were all 70, 71s. It had an artificial General Lee back there that somebody painted with a roller and a paintbrush. Looked like they had it in a demolition derby or something. There's a lot of demolition derbies over there in Hookstown, PA, when they have their September show. They have horses and they have a little village there with a blacksmith shop. But they have demolition derby races the last night. I used to go over when I had antique cars. Yeah, to park way back in this field and walk. So I'd pile everybody in my 30 Studebaker. We'd drive up to the gate, and I'd open the gate and let me park right in front there with all the antique cars. And then we'd go walk around and get back in my car. I didn't even have to pay to park or anything. Well, it's a shame the way they cut them lugs off them guns, huh? I know that gun had a cleaning rod. All right, like I said, about 2 times now. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a good evening. Thank God that cold spell broke, huh? Hope everybody's staying warm and enjoying this new year and watching the president go nuts and piss everybody off. I love it. I like when them guys say we don't care what it used to be. We don't care. I laugh every time I hear somebody say that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. See you on something tomorrow. Have a nice evening.